What is up, guys? It is Takarizan, and I'm here to help you with a tech guide of some tips to fix OBS black screen. Up there right now, I don't have a black screen. You can see what I'm doing. Just a forewarning: this is not 100% guaranteed ways to fix your situation. Now, these are tips. These it's multiple tips. Some might be obvious for you, some not so obvious, and it's just good to go over certain things because sometimes it's the default setting that's messed up or things of that nature. So these are tips, and I have other ways to help you if these tips do not work out. Now, to go on to that is what you do if these tips don't work. Uh, First foremost is that you should go to the Steam Labs page. This is their support page right here. You have go to the Discord, which Steam Labs is not the only Discord you can go to. There are other tech Discords. You can Google them. They are very, very helpful. You can talk to the chat bot, and you can use their. You can even send them an email and things of that nature. Obviously, you have the fax page and that nature. That's the obvious stuff, right? So that should help you. The next one is go to our Twitch and make a post. Make sure to follow the guidelines here and be very specific in your post. Um, and ask the Reddit community for help, and that should also help you fix the situation. Now, to go on to the tips. Now, the first are the obvious tech stuff is restart your PC. Now, I know that means like really, really obvious, but there's often times where I was trying to boot up Epic Games Launcher, and it was saying, "Oh, well, there's something wrong with your NVIDIA driver. It's out of date or blah blah blah." And really, all I did was restart my PC, and it started acting perfectly fine. So OBS, Steam Labs, maybe just acting funny, maybe acting stupid. All you gotta do is literally restart your PC. I don't mean Alt F4. I mean literally restart the entire thing. Because sometimes when you Alt F4, it doesn't do anything. It will be the same problem. um, now now to on to that obvious thing is that to make sure. Now I'm gonna show you right here. You can go to I have the game capture right here. You would go to properties. When you first boot up the game shop, you want to make sure you're using capture specific window. If you use capture any full screen application and your game is in borderless or window, then it's not going to detect it because it's not in a full screen application. So make sure to use capture specific window, and then make sure to your choice is right, whether you're trying to capture, let's say, Xbox as a game, and make sure it's on Xbox. And it's not necessarily, but you might have to check that the name has to match the name of the window, so make sure that the name matches as well, or uncheck that box. Now, on to the next tip is the one obvious that where you would find all the all most of the YouTube videos on is like go to Steam Labs OBS, run as administrator. Now, for the most part, I've seen that some people say it worked in the YouTube context, but like the vast majority, even on Reddit and in the YouTube comments, say this do not work. But just try it anyway. If it doesn't, it might work for you. Now, the third tip is actually something that is not very obvious. It took me a couple. I don't remember how I figured this out. It took me a good amount of research because I think I was trying to do the display thing. It wasn't working for me. But you want to do is go to run with graphics processor, and you want to make sure that your Steam Labs OBS. Now it might vary from computer to computer, but if you want to see what your Steam Labs OBS, I'm on a Lenovo Legion Y520, and I have the NVIDIA graphics, and I have the Intel iCore i7, blah blah. So I have the integrated graphics, and I have the NVIDIA processor. Now, when I default click on OBS, when I double click here, use the integrated graphics. My games run on the NVIDIA processor, so the OBS is actually not detecting it. So what you want to do is actually click on the high performance NVIDIA processor and see if that works. It worked for me perfectly fine. Come to find out, because I ended up having to switch back and forth depending on if I'm trying to do capture just whatever I'm looking at, or if I want to capture a specific game using game capture. So you may want to switch between the two to see if, all right, let me run it in the integrated graphics to see if my game's working. All right, no, or you have AMD. I don't have AMD, whatever. If you have multiple processors, you want to see, all right, let me run it with this processor, let me run it with this processor, and see what your game is running on, and see if you have to switch it just to make it work. Now, if you want to change your default processor, you would click this. You would click this, and then you would wait for this to load up. By the way, this is the final tip, and you would go to here. This is very important. It won't say Streamlabs. It says Open Broadcast Software 64. And what you wanted, and by the way, I don't have OBS. You can see right here. It has editing, Streamlabs, and that's it. OBS wouldn't be in my editing folder, so I don't have it. So this is for Streamlabs, and you would, right now I have it set to use global setting, the video GPU. You can put that there, or you can go high performance or whatever you need, AMD or whatever the case may be. And that's really it for my tips. Now again, if these didn't work, which is you switching between your graphics processors for running Streamlabs OBS, between you doing an admin. By the way, you can switch it to your default, so when you automatically click on this, it switches, and then after that, you can you can then try and run as administrator. You might have to do both. By the way, just as another quick tip. But again, if these tips didn't work, go on Discord, go on Reddit, and see if you can, or see if you can get anyone, use the chat bot and things of that nature. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope the tips, whatever tip I gave, fix your problem, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye bye.